I'm afraid not. I'm a motherfucker. I'll be waiting though.
Wait, what about Ravi? Is he good or
I mean, Ravi's competitive. We can choose him.
okay, sure. I mean, I've talked to him sometimes. I don't think he will be biased. Ravi is if you want Ravi, if you don't want, that's fine.
No, it's cool. Ravi's a competent judge.
Yeah, no.
Arguably best for
But
judgment, to be honest.
yeah. And also, we might have to postpone for like 10 minutes because you know it's Juma.
But
So we might have to postpone, but that's only gonna
it-
take like 10 minutes.
yeah, alright, that's fine. I can wait. We'll take a long.
Yeah. Wait,
Wait, let me
Ravi, do you want to
set up
join?
my. Let me get up my scans.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Sukuna. You're gonna pick Shiki.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I might pick someone else then. Who should I pick then? He's picking. He's picking Shiki. Should I? Yeah. I want to take Sukuna, but I feel like I'm gonna risk it so much by picking Sukuna.
he has base like his base hacks are kind of fire, but not like too OP and shit.
Yeah. Let me just save them. Oh, Raven, he's here up here now. What's up? Let me see the chat. Raven's not. Oh yeah. Go to Kanapo. This gonna be like 20 minutes. Wait, how about Warren said he's gonna listen. So Warrior, type in the chat. What about Ravi judges for the first 20 minutes? Because he said he's gonna take a nap after that, and then maybe you can judge from there if it goes longer.
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, first I need to invite this nigga to speak.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Ravi is here. He just not sure. All right. Yeah. Ravi is in the VC.
I invited Kamora, so like if anyone doesn't judge, maybe he can.
All right. I actually think that Shiki slams him, but I don't have anyone. Like I main
Yeah.
Shiki too. So Shiki versus who? Sonic. No, Sukuna. I'ma just rest.
Alright. She versus who? Sonic? No. Sakuna. Trying
Change
to
the
see.
topic. Sukuna versus Shiki,
You
I
know,
guess, Ravi.
yeah. You know,
Okay, do you
no
want to
one
start?
judges. I mean, I have. Alright. I mean, what's your position first?
Wait, let me just get something here. Give me 2 seconds.
Alright.
Uh, Debate. How much boring, Bob?
Alright. Choosing the news. Freak.
Are you fine with this?
Or Bob. Or Bob 5 minutes. Dictionary Oxford. I think that's good enough. Yeah.
Alright.
More Bob's kind of less, but that's fine. Alright. What's your position?
My position that my character doesn't lose.
Alright. My position is that my character doesn't lose to your character.
And what's your premise?
Uh, s- by the virtue.
Bye. What do you say? Hello? MTF, are you here? I think he cut out.
Alright, I'm back. My bad.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
uh,
Your premise was that she doesn't lose, and no, the position was
yeah.
that she doesn't lose. What's your premise?
Okay, she doesn't lose due to the virtue of hacking or oxygen.
Okay, I think my character doesn't lose via the quality of his hacks.
Alright.
You want to go start scaling?
Uh, we can let Ravi decide who wants to start scaling.
Wait, shall we
Ravi
do
decide.
just a coin flip? Coin.
My flip? Hell no.
Alright, bet.
Flixie?
16.
Alright, he said Flixie should start scaling.
Okay, Ravi, I hate you.
6:30 a.m. Shit.
Okay, let me sum that.
He's broken. Sonic slams. You know what?
Here,
Actually,
Sakuna has the ability, uh, it has a type of slashing attack that cuts through anything.
okay, let me see this. Defend target's toughness.
So if you look at the first scan, the ability is that it can cut through anything. If you look at the second scan, Parker of the strongest shattered his slave, breaks the unbreakable. So Sukuna breaks the unbreakable things with his ability. So it doesn't matter
Okay,
about dimensionality.
so is this so basically it says no matter how hard the bully's opponent is. So by these scans, it doesn't refer to it being abstract. It only refers to physicality itself. So
When they're
I mean,
abstract, whoa, huh? I'm saying,
no, no,
yeah,
no,
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 it's
no, no,
it
no, no,
has
I'm
a physical
trying.
attack.
I'm trying to say is that it doesn't scale to like being abstract or anything, but like it only just applies to physicality itself.
Yeah, no, I'm using it to physical characters.
All right, let's see.
You got contentions or
Uh, that was my first contention on it only being qualified to physicality.
yeah, yeah, but I'm only using
If-
physicality.
Okay, so you agree that this only applies to physical objects and physical
Yeah,
durability, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so basically this doesn't scale high enough, I guess. It'll only be a
yeah. What?
maximum it'll only be a maximum like 5D.
Yeah, you
Is
can go
it
ahead.
stays no matter how hard it is.
No matter how
Alright
hard
then.
it is. How is that 5D?
Uh, that's mostly on the
I'm not even
base of
scaling.
we're
I'm not even
main.
scaling his dimensionality.
No, no. I'm trying to say that's like where it would mainly cap at is that's where like base physicality would scale to.
Yeah, no, that's my scale. You can go ahead and scale now if you don't
All
got
right.
more contentions.
Let me review my scans to make sure it's safe.
All right.
Okay, so basically, she's able to a conceptual eraser, meaning she can erase Sukuna conceptually. Yeah.
Okay, let me read this again.
Wait, hold on, give me a second. The last scan didn't upload. Wait, let me send it real quick.
Yeah.
This last scan.
Wait, let me read it.
All right.
Love your boy appropriate meaning concept that reason is guys of this perception is several runs shaking. Okay, let me the depth of existence of your flash. Which gun gives her the conceptual eraser?
Which scan?
Yeah,
They follow up to like most of them are consistent with the second scan,
for
and they do refer to conceptually erasing stuff.
him, he can probably kill concepts beyond human comprehension. So you're trying to argue that she can erase concepts?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just read it properly.
Hold on. Let me go like AFK for like 2 minutes, and I'll come back to see if you have contentions.
Alright. Wait, how long? Bruh.
I'm back.
Yeah. He can probably kill the concept beyond human comprehension. Wait, where do you think my beyond human comprehension? Why does that? Why are you trying to argue with this? I guess conceptual eraser beyond human comprehension. Wouldn't that be? He can probably. It
Contradictory.
says he can. He can probably kill concepts beyond human comprehension. What concepts?
Concepts that do refer to things that are unimaginable by humans in this case.
By humans.
So
Can you imagine
yeah,
something 4D?
not really. You can't.
So he
Well,
can just be
that's
erasing 3D.
you're referring to like conceptualizing things in reality. Fiction. Wait, let me search it up. Hold on. So it says here it's a literature that in the form that proposes that can describe any imaginary events of people. So you can basically conceptualize things to be 4D in however you want. So for example, I can in fiction I can conceptualize a sphere to be a square, right?
Yeah, but what is that? How does that just for? Because I'm saying beyond human
It,
comprehension.
you're,
It can be beyond imagination, not conceptualization.
oh, you're referring to like its main point in our reality of imagination. What I'm trying to say is we are able to conceptualize things in fiction, so we can conceptualize these kinds of concepts to be beyond human comprehension, and these kinds of characters to be beyond human comprehension. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, say that
Not
again.
to humans in life having the same amount of imaginary power as humans in fiction.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense.
What are you confused about? I just
You're
explained it.
trying to say something about imagination conceptualization. What's in question is whether this refers to conceptualization or just imagination.
Uh, I'm talking about, yeah, it's imagination, but with the conceptualized part, I'm talking about real humans in like our reality conceptualizing things into fiction, which would be beyond human imagination to the humans in fiction.
To the humans in fiction.
Yeah,
Bro, what? Can someone explain what he's saying in the chat? Because I can't even.
is my mic having errors or something?
I don't know. But I think, even so, I think she keep erasing something about herself. I think that's a contradiction.
Wait, let me explain it. Alright, there's my explanation in text, so you can read it if you want.
So basically, humans can conceptualize something, conceptualize concepts and things in fiction. In the analogy I gave of humans being real life, they be able to conceptualize the spirit into a square feet. So this human in real life can conceptualize a fiction to be beyond human imagination uh, and comprehension to the humans in fiction. Okay, but how does that address my point?
Because you're trying to say that it wouldn't make sense for it to be beyond imagination because we can't imagine illogical things, right?
No, not
And
illogical
basically,
things. I'm not putting the illogical things right now. I'm putting that for later.
okay, but your main refutation is to beyond human comprehension, which would mean beyond the logicality in the human's brain.
Beyond human
So what are
comprehension. When I
you?
say
So what are
beyond
you?
human when I say beyond human comprehension, I mean like what we can imagine. As in beyond our
Okay,
uh, like something like what I'm getting. Bro can't be
okay.
serious.
So no, what I'm trying to say is that we can just conceptualize that there are things in fiction that can be beyond imagination to the humans in fiction. Do you understand
Yeah,
my
okay.
point now?
So you said that thing about illogical things. Do you think you can imagine no conceptualize a logical thing, right?
Yeah, you can conceptualize an analogical thing to your own field.
No, I don't think you can. How can you conceptualize
Why not?
uh, how can you conceptualize a circle or square at the same time?
That would be in fiction, considering in its own definition, as I already said,
Yeah, but
it's a
fiction is
literature
the
that
imagination of
describes,
fiction is the imagination of the author.
yeah, the imagination of the author.
Conceptualization, definition, form a concept or idea of something. How do you form an idea of a concept of a circular square? You can only use language to say it is the case, but it can't actually be the case because it's a logical contradiction.
No, that was just in its main definition. So what you're trying to say here is that you can't conceptualize things in fiction, right?
You
Form a
can
concept or
you can
idea
do
of something.
conceptualizing. I knew he was gonna argue. You can conceptualize things in fiction. I agree with that, but I don't think you can conceptualize illogical things in this case. I think you can just use language to say it.
Okay, so what was your question of it, of
I think
describing or conceptualizing logicality in fiction
what I
into?
think is when you say like let's say 1 + 1 = 3, I think that's just using language to say something is the case. I don't think you can conceptualize because you can't form an idea of it
Yeah, that would be in real terms though. Here
in
it
real
says
terms.
form an
No,
idea.
fiction is the idea. Fiction is the imagination of or the conceptualization of the author.
Okay, so it can be conceptualized then. It says an
You can't
idea.
have it.
So basically I can
Yeah,
form,
logical
so like
things.
it says you can conceptualize something. So I can form a concept or the idea that a sphere can be conceptualized into a square. That's what
Say
it
that again.
says right here. Okay,
form a concept of
so
the
with
actual thing. I
this,
don't think you can even conceptualize. I don't. I think you can put conceptualization into fiction. I don't got problem with that. What I'm saying is that I don't think even conceptualization can be put. No, I'm saying I don't think we can conceptualize illogical things. I think it's only using language.
okay, so are you gonna stick to that point on conceptualizing logicality? Because we're moving to another argumentation of what I meant in these scans right here. Or do you
Say that
just
again.
like want to conclude now?
Wait, we can conclude. So, but no, wait.
No, no,
I
no.
wanted to say
I'm
first.
saying, I'm saying if like, do you want to conclude right now? You can if you want.
No, I want to just explain my point again first. So what I think is you cannot actually conceptualize a illogical thing
Okay.
because by definition,
So,
concluding what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ravi. I think you can only use language to say something is the case. Like you can use language saying like this square is a circle at the same time, but you cannot actually form the idea of something.
it's in your own viewpoint though. So, or you're like conceptualizing thing like you can conceptualize logicality. I'm trying to say here is that your mind would be transcendent to whatever you conceptualize. So if you conceptualize logicality into your own field of view or the way on how you want it to work, then it can work the way you want. So a logicality can be conceptualized in fiction, but a logicality from its own definition can't be conceptualized into fiction.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
agree?
say that. I did not hear what you said. It's releasing
Bro.
feeling. Okay, wait, let me stop
It-
reading the
As
chat.
again, that like conceptualizing logicality, since your mind would be transcendent to whatever you conceptualize or imagine, you can basically conceptualize the logicality into your own field of view or how you want it
Not
to
if
work.
your mind would be conceptualized the way you can no, your mind would be transcendent the way you can conceptualize. Is that what you said? I'm putting into question whether you can
Yeah.
conceptualize illogical things in the first place. If you can't even conceptualize it, you can't even have it in your mind in the first place. Only use language, so it wouldn't exist at all. You're saying that something in your actual mind will be transcendent to something you can conceptualize. What's in question right now is whether you can conceptualize a logical thing.
Okay, so do you want me to give like something like conceptualizing, like destroying a concept that, like for example, like the concept of motion, but people will still move. Is that why you want me to like affirm or something? That's just an analogy for me.
Huh? Where? What does that have to do with what I said?
You said like conceptualizing something that is illogical. I gave a
I said,
proposition that can be something that is illogical, destroying the law of movement, but you can still move.
wait, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, my mom called me. Um, so you say that we can conceptualize the able with transcend to our mind. What's in question is if you can even conceptualize it. If I agree, something in your mind would be you said that it's transcendent to something you can conceptualize, but what's in question is whether you can
Yeah.
conceptualize it in the first place. I think it's just language to use to say something is the case. We can use your language to say, oh, a square can have 9 sides, or a circle can be a square at the same time.
Well, using language in the first place is how you would, plan out on how your conceptualization will work in that set of
No,
fiction.
not by definition.
Okay, wait. So you're going by the definition of illogicality, right? Being into fiction. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't think illogical contradictions, like in this case, can exist in fiction.
Okay, but that's what I literally said. I literally said that I don't believe that, the main concept of illogicality can exist in fiction.
Hmm? Yeah, but that's in question right now. The main concept of illogicality. My point is that you can conceptualize conceptualization can be put into question, but what's in question? No, no. What am I saying? Conceptualization can be put into fiction. I mean, but I don't think you can conceptualize illogical things. But warrior, don't. I said that wrong.
So, if you're going by like what illogicality really means, like in its definition on dictionaries, I do believe that it can't exist in that way. But what I'm trying to say is that I do believe illogicality can exist in fiction, but in its like own form on how it will work, right? I'm not trying to say in its own definition it will work in fiction.
Hmm? Okay, but so you're attacking the definition of something,
You
or
mean
attacking, or attacking
attack
the
the
definition
definition?
of conceptualizing.
I'm going with it. So, because my main argument is on conceptualizing. Why should I
Yeah,
attack something I'm going
but
with?
no, the definition of it. You said something about the definition that sound formed
No,
idea.
no, I was talking about the definition of illogicality not being able to exist in fiction, but your conceptualization on how illogicality will work in a set of fiction can exist in fiction
But that's in
because it
question
wouldn't
whether
work
we
the
can
same way.
conceptualize it. That's in question whether we can conceptualize it.
So, okay, wait, try and conceptualize something real quick in fiction. Because
Something above
because because
4D,
what did
something above 3D,
because like
5D.
above infinity 5D.
Yeah, like 5D, 60, anything like that.
Okay, I'm not talking about like going beyond laws. I'm just talking about main contradictions and shit being in fiction, or how form
Yeah,
logic will work in its sense.
logical contradictions. That's what I'm arguing cannot exist. I think Len trying to say you were conceptualizing the definition for logicality of some. Yeah, I know what he's saying.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was trying to say that the main definition of illogicality in dictionaries can't exist in fiction.
Yeah. So what are you arguing then? If it cannot exist in fiction, what are you even arguing then?
Yeah, I've already said it multiple times. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Logicality definition. Basically, it says the quality of not being reasonable, but if you use it in terms of like power sense, right? It's basically being beyond all logic and reasoning. So with this kind of value, I'm not using the term that it's beyond all logical reasoning. What I'm trying to say is that how a logicality would work and mean in that set of fiction, right? I'm not
Set of
saying like in its own definition it can exist.
in its own definition. Ha, that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Like conceptualizing it in its own definition, you know?
Send me the definition for logical.
Which for logical.
Yeah. Show me where does that say?
Okay, wait. I was
You said
talking
you
about
can
the main
conceptualize it.
definition of logicality.
Hmm?
It's just logicality is just on a formal argument. So I don't know what you're trying to like rebut against me.
Wait, huh? What are you saying? Use
I'm saying
definition.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what you're trying to rebut against me. I'm just saying you can make and conceptualize the logicality in its own definition in a set of fiction, but not
Yeah,
put the
set a
main
definition.
definition.
Yeah, yeah, give me that so I can see it.
The definition of a logicality.
Yeah, you so you can imagine by
Okay.
its definition.
Okay, wait. Here we go.
Let me see.
Uh,
The quality of not being reasonable, wise, or practical, not following crowd system being followed by logicality with a yeah. How does this mean you can conceptualize it? How does this how does this definition prove that you can conceptualize it? You said it in its own
okay, wait.
definition of illogical, it says you can conceptualize it. This doesn't say that at all.
Pretty sure you just contradicted your own argument. You
Hmm?
showed actually, I'm pretty sure you contradicted your own argument because you showed the definition of conceptualization, which said form a concept or idea of something. So
Yeah, and
I
how do you
can
form idea
form
of what's forming an
so
idea?
forming an idea.
Yeah, what's that for
Wait,
you?
let me stick on my argument real quick first before I go on with multiple arguments in one dialectic. So it says form an idea. So what I can do here is I can form an idea on how a logicality would work in a set of fiction. I'm not trying to, you know, persuade you into thinking that illogicality in its own definition can exist in fiction.
Okay, but look here. Form an idea. The visible shape from idea would be like forming a shape or anything like that. I don't think you can do that with illogical things.
No, I don't think this is consistent with your argument. Form just means the visible shape or configuration of something. Form technically means like how. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me see the main definition of form. Right. It says it means basically the formation on how a particular way can exist. This isn't referring to forming an imagination or forming an idea of something. For example, Einstein forming the idea of how general relativity will work. This just says
Yeah,
how
yeah.
a
I know we
particular
can
way of something will
conceptualize.
exist or a
Yeah,
manifestation.
yeah, relativity. I know we can conceptualize that. Like we can conceptualize something above. We can conceptualize thing about 3D and fiction. Because we already have the low dimensions, so we can take from there and conceptualize it. But I don't think illogical things because we do not know anything illogical. Like you saying that Einstein's relativity, and like we already know that we have low dimensions and there can be another dimension. So we
Okay,
conceptualize
that
the
was just an
world.
analogy. That was just an analogy I used for general relativity.
Yeah, but
This one is talking about the form definition you use is talking about a configuration of something. The definition I'm trying to use for forming an idea is basically using your, brain to, form something. That's why I gave the
yeah,
analogy
and
of
you're not. But
Einstein
what I've been
making
saying the
the
entire time is
general
that you're not
relativity.
even. What I've been saying the entire time is that you're not even using your brain to say something is illogical. You're just using language to say it.
Like, let's just say it. No, I'm giving a proposition on how my argument would work. Let's see. If you want to, we can just conclude on this point. If you
Yeah, let
want.
me get Warrior up here, and because
Yeah.
Ravi's muted.
What the fuck
Go
even
start.
happened? You can ask me, to be honest. It's a long story. Oh my fucking god.
Give the
Bro.
conclusions. Okay. Give the conclusion, I guess.
Self conclusion.
Yeah, your conclusion for this. Warrior told me, and I'll give my judgment, and Ravi will too. Sure.
Okay, wait. So go with your self verdict if you want.
No, I want you to
I'll
start with
make.
your conclusion.
I want to start with my conclusion.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, wait. Wait, let me just reform everything that happened in the debate real quick.
All right. I would have had a way better argument against conceptual eraser, but I don't even have that right now. I had to say somewhere. Illogically existing fish. No, Ravi, what I was saying is that it violates the laws, and which he agreed to, and then we're arguing whether that can exist, which I could, yeah. are typing.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't you just say in VC your conclusion? Okay, I wanted to say mine in VC. Don't make it a
Low
text wall.
key.
If he makes it a text wall, I'm gonna just read it loud.
I'll make it a text wall. It's not that big, to be honest. I mean, it's long, but like it's not very big. Like fucking 600 essay paragraph.
Hmm. Wait, a word, by the way. I think logicality probably can exist in fiction. So don't attack me for this argument. You said you cut me currently, but not on the table. Are you finished typing soon?
Yeah. I'm basically done. Hold on, let me send it. I need to like check if I wrote everything right. Okay, so you can get yourself verdict to VC or text if you want.
I
There we go.
believe I won via I gave argument on conceptual erase and how I would basically conceptually erase his character. Fix then move to his argument on how I logicality of focusing on how my argument would work. My argumentation of scans would work. I stated my position on logicality being conceptualized into its own way and how it would exist, so how it would work in a set of fiction where fixing with the argument of logicality not being able to form the way I use contradicted position conceptualizing when form an idea of something gives the definition goes on the configuration of an object a particular way and of the words and I use against him. Bro, it's because if people don't I'm just used to it. Okay. So do you guys want my conclusion now? Warrior and Ravi. Let me read his first, okay.
Go read it aloud. I think it was mumbling.
Warrior's up there, what's up?
Let's go, Warrior.
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you read his
Yeah, I can
conclusion
hear you.
or
Well,
did you read the conclusion now?
I
I can
said,
say
yo,
mine. Yo, yeah, we can hear you.
um, I
You're
believe I
fixing me.
I
Tennessee.
gave the argument on conceptual erasure on how it basically conceptual erases character. Next, he then moved on to the argument about logicality instead of focusing on my argument on the scans would work. I stated my proposition to the logicality be conceptualized into its own way and how it would exist. And wait, what else did he write? Dude, what the hell? Dude, I'm about to, I'm about to punch y'all, bro. I'm about to punch you.
Okay,
Over
wait. Do you want my conclusion now, Warrior, or
a Ravi. Robbie, I'm about to smack you up right now, but what are you saying?
Warrior, do you want my conclusion now?
What?
You want my
I'm
conclusion
about to
now?
punch y'all. That's crazy. Yeah, sure. You can
Let's
give
see,
your
get his.
conclusion.
Okay, so he said like okay, like in your conclusion, you said that illogicality can exist because of how you can conceptualize it. What was in question the whole time is whether you can conceptualize it or not. You said that you can conceptualize it. I said that's just using language because by the definition, conceptualizing is using is forming an idea of something. But I don't think you can form an idea by this definition of what forming is. And
What?
I'm writing. Shut up.
Did
Uh,
bro? Hold on. Hold on, let me just flame this random. I'm just flame dropping the chat right now. But what you was saying, boy, about them was you sound like a freaking guy who got back in there the fresh book. Sit your ass down. You continue.
Okay, so yeah, so he said that you can't conceptualize the everything put into fiction. I agree you can put conceptualization into fiction, but what was in question is whether you can conceptualize illogical things. I said it's just using language to say something is the case, and the rest of the conclusion. He said, wait, what's it? What's in the chat? What? What do you mean where? So he said how you can't conceptualize illogical things, but that's what in question the whole time. How you can it can't exist if you cannot conceptualize it because by definition, uh, fiction and other stuff is conceptualization or imagination. But what's in question is whether you can conceptualize illogical things. And based on what I heard, okay, what do you think, Warrior? I wanted to see what else said, bro. I'm so bad at conclusions.
And based on what I heard, Loki, Ravi, to be honest, you will probably think it's inconclusive or stalemate if you like heard us properly.
I think the main point of conceptualization wasn't defeated.
Wait, let me give my conclusion. So wait, hold on. So MTF leader was just arguing conceptual erasure, right? But then, like he stated, it went to like he says that you like went onto the point of illogicality. You might have won the point of illogicality, but I don't think you won the entirely point of like the conceptual erasure.
But no,
That's
yeah,
the
okay,
only.
Warrior, I get what you mean. Because Rabbit said the
Yeah.
same thing. But what I was arguing, well, writing, not arguing, is that since this scan said he can erase anything, which was his argument, erase anything beyond human comprehension, then you can erase something, like, for example, the law identity, which will be beyond our comprehension. That's what I was
Uh,
arguing. So if illogicality cannot exist in fiction, then his argument on conceptual eraser, erasing everything beyond comprehension, will not work.
all right, got it. All right.
So,
I still
if I
stay in
won
my
the point on
argument on
so if
conceptualizing.
you think I won the point on illogicality existing, then his argument won't work on conceptual eraser because uh, I proved how if it's a logical contradiction to conceptual eraser, like
Well, I
it's
mean, that was
So
considered
just
targeted
one
conceptual.
like
scan, I guess.
so basically like targeted like the basis of this game
Yeah,
or the
like
argument. Yeah.
yeah, if he like his premise is a scan, like he could have just said that it doesn't say anything about logic. If that was the case, then he would have won this. But
Yeah. Yeah. We can move on.
Wait, wait, Flexi, didn't you move on to the argument of like logicality and illogicality though? Because I just stated
yeah,
it, with it
because
being
you said it can.
consistent.
It can say it can erase something beyond human comprehension. I said if you can do anything like beyond like, human comprehension, you can erase the laws of logic, which was in question whether that can exist or not. So your character basically wouldn't exist.
Well, no, here's the thing I'm trying to say. You're referring to like, well, I'm not trying to argue again, but like you were referring to the real human mind imagination, right? But what I was trying to say is that it's only beyond the humans in fiction, the comprehension of the humans in
Yeah, but
fiction, the
addressed that.
comprehension of the
I
humans that
addressed that thing.
conceptualize the
Yeah, I
characters in the
addressed that thing.
verse.
I addressed that thing because something in fiction would be imagination of something or conceptualization. So something if you can't imagine it in real life, you cannot have it in fiction either. You can claim something, but no. Wait, you won that point. Okay, I think
Well,
I won the
true.
debate if I won that point. Because if I won that point, then his character doesn't scale anywhere, and my character would out hack him.
Yeah, but did you move on to your character, or is he
Yeah,
still scaling Shiki,
I get my character. I
or or,
use
or are you guys going scale for scale?
yeah, I get my skill first. Up here you can see. can cut through anything. He said
You
it
guys,
does.
you guys can go skills like skill for skill if you guys want. So
Yeah,
let's
look, this is my skill.
uh,
That Sukuna can cut through anything.
Uh,
And
I think
if
he just moved on to like multiple arguments throughout it. He just told me to like, claim more shit on how farming would work.
okay, we're upping do. So there, that was my argument that he can cut through anything. And he
My
was
goodness,
arguing
Ravi,
that
you're a dumbass. Unmute your mic.
check this setting. Due to my argument being that illogical things cannot exist in fiction, his character will basically scale nowhere due to that because his character will be violating the laws, which which instead I won the point on how that would not exist. So if I won the point on that not existing, his character basically wouldn't exist and scale nowhere. So my character having the ability to cut through anything would scale him above.
All right. You focus on the basis of one scan though, not on its necessary part. But yeah, that's a valid reason. I'll take that. All right. So should I save the recording now?
For sure.
Okay.
Wait, you heard what I said, warrior?
Yeah, I heard what Warrior
Oh, now
said.
Ravi's here. No, if you heard what I said.
Noah was spurring with Robbie about his mic in the chat.
So, warrior said warrior. If I won that point, then basically his character, because what my point was that